welcome back to the Guffcast, the YouTube interviews. I'm Fletcher Todd. With me is Jacob Gunderson, and today we are interviewing Chubby Gamer. Hello, Chubby.
Hello. Hello.
So right off the bat, your channel name is Chubby Gamer. How did you come up with this name?
Well, I'm curvy and I play video games, so
Put two and two together.
yeah, it writes itself.
Fair enough. What category would you say that most of your videos fall under?
Fitness tips. No, I'm joking. It's all video gaming. Everything I do is it's all video game related. Everything.
Very cool. And how long has your channel been around?
I think I just passed 3 months, so it's pretty new.
Very nice.
So, just a quick going off of that, is that when you started uploading videos or when you actually created the channel?
That is when I created the channel. I was doing Twitch a little bit before that, but we'll get into that in a bit.
Very nice.
All right. So, who are you, the person behind the channel?
Well, my name's Chris. I'm 20 years old. I'm employed. I work on a farm. I'm also a father to a gorgeous 5-month-old girl.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, fertility. That's pretty much it. I just spend my time gaming with my family and working. So it's pretty average kind of life apart from the whole YouTube thing.
All right, and where did you say you were from? Like
England.
England. Oh.
Yeah, Nottinghamshire, the place where Robin Hood comes from.
Oh,
So,
wow.
yeah.
Farming on Robin Hood.
So, why did you start YouTube?
Well, I'd started live streaming on Twitch when I got my Xbox One. I've been playing FIFA, and I decided to start streaming it because it has a streaming feature on it.
Okay.
And it started to go pretty well. A few people are interested. They liked, sort of my whole approach to live streaming, and people are asking me like, when you're gonna get YouTube, when you're gonna get YouTube, and I really did want to do it, but it's not the cheapest thing to start doing with the equipment.
It's true.
And one day I was streaming, and my girlfriend walks in with this little brown box from Amazon, and she was like, "Open this on stream." I was like, "Okay, not a problem." So I opened it up, and there was a gorgeous little capture card in there for me, and it all just went from there. So I just started doing YouTube. I pointed some of my Twitch streamers over, just started doing a few videos, and it just grew from there. So.
Very nice. So your girlfriend got you the capture card?
She did, yeah. It was a nice little surprise. I wasn't expecting it at all. She just walked through the door with it. So
That's wonderful.
yeah.
So, how would you describe the support that you got on Twitch? You said that there were a few people who were interested in it. How many would you say?
Yeah, it was. I think I peaked at sort of like around 100, 200 viewers, which just starting out really isn't too bad at all, especially on FIFA. Yeah, it's not too bad. And there were some people who were like extremely supportive. Like you get your really sort of I'm not going to say super fans because I don't want to sound arrogant, but there are a few people who like really do get into it. Some people who are really passionate about it. You sort of get some people who are more casual and be like, yeah, it'd be cool if you started YouTube. But some people were really sort of really strongly sort of pushing it. So I just sort of went from there, and they really motivated me to get it started. And they were like my first few subscribers. So I think they're still around. I hope so.
That's great. So tell us about your first video.
Oh, Dad. I just got my capture card and plugged it in straight away. And I was like, oh, I gotta record some shit right now. So I just hopped on Ghosts and jumped in a game of Infected, and it was like the most awkward thing ever. I'm just sat there speaking. So I just got a capture card.
Was it a commentary that you were doing?
Yeah, it
Okay.
was. I was like, I'm gonna be doing some videos. It's all gaming related, so subscribe. Like, it's just really, really nervous, and you kind of like when you first do it, you feel like a bit of an idiot talking to no one. So it was pretty awkward looking back. But it's all progress. It's one of those things. You start off uploading, basically crap. Like no one goes in with like the best video ever. That's not how it works. So it was pretty awful. It's actually since been taken down because it is humiliating.
Yeah, that always tends to happen. Your first video
Yeah.
goes up, and then 2 or 3 days later, you watch it again. You're like, "What was I thinking?"
Yeah,
I'm still
there
proud
are
of my first video. Oh shoot.
All right.
There were guys like looking me up on YouTube, and they were like scrolling back to my first video, and they were like ripping me on it. I was like, right, that shit's got to go, like right now. So I just deleted it.
Yeah, I have tried YouTube several times, and every time it's like, "Oh, hey, first video, you were nice for about 2 seconds."
Yeah.
Yeah. So do you have any YouTube inspirations, like people who like you saw and were like, "Oh, that's cool, I should try it," or?
There've been a lot of YouTubers who I've followed for a very, very long time. Like, I don't know if he's so big in America, but there's a guy called KSI LGBT, and he uploads FIFA videos and stuff like that, and he is just, like, he just makes me cry with laughter. He's hilarious. Then, of course, there are people that you guys will probably know, like KYR Speedy, Vanos Gaming, and they just have so much fun doing what they do, and it looked like a good time. I'd been watching those for a good few years, and I was like, that is something that I would really, really enjoy doing. So those guys really, it's like really mainstream YouTubers, but they're good at what they do. So definitely those guys.
Is there anybody who influences how you make your videos? And
not really. Like, there are people, you can kind of see what's successful and what isn't. Like, there are a lot of people who, without meaning to, show you what not to do. But I like to think that my content is original. It's something that I want to do. I've tried my absolute hardest to not directly copy stuff that other people are doing. Like, I've done GTA 5 funny moments and stuff, which the big YouTubers have done. But at the same time, it's still...
it's you. It's not
them.
Yeah,
it's me playing it. I'm not copying them. I'm not putting on a persona for the sake of the viewers. It's still exactly what I want to do and how I actually am. So, like I say, I just try not to copy people, but you want to be original, but you still want to put out successful content. So it's kind of difficult.
And,
For sure.
And it does get harder these days with like how many people there are.
Yeah, there's so much out there that it's tough to not, be doing something that someone else is doing.
You'll always be accused of copying somebody because there's thousands upon thousands of people doing it.
Exactly. Everyone and their grandmother's playing video games on YouTube these days.
Yeah.
But it's admirable that you try to, keep your content original and true to yourself.
Yeah, it's difficult though. It is difficult.
Do you have goals for YouTube? Is there somewhere you're hoping to get with your channel, like a certain subscriber count or something like that?
It is difficult to say. On YouTube, the one thing that will happen, and anyone who's done YouTube will know this, when you start out, you're like, oh, it'd be so cool to hit 50 subscribers, and then you get 50, and then you're like, oh, it'd be awesome to hit 100 subscribers. It'd be cool to hit 500, and it just goes and goes and goes. Like, you are never completely satisfied. Even, well, I don't know, PewDiePie, I imagine he's probably pretty happy with himself. But you constantly just want to grow and grow and grow. But if it could get to the point, and not necessarily on YouTube, but if I could make my content grow in a way that I could do it as a career, then that for me that'd be the best feeling in the world, because gaming is the only thing I'm absolutely passionate about. It's the one thing I really enjoy doing. So to do it as a job would be incredible, but that is like years and years down the line before that's even
a sight.
Yeah, like a slight possibility. That'd be way down the line unless I got massively lucky. But that'd be the end goal. That'd be when I'm absolutely satisfied. Not to say I'd stop at that point, because that'd be extremely It'd be extremely counterproductive. But that'd be something that'd be awesome.
Yeah. So what do you think about the challenges that new YouTubers face, such as like gaining subscribers?
Yeah. Like we mentioned earlier, the biggest challenge I've found is just keeping your content original. because that is something that people call you out on immediately. If it looks like you've copied someone else, people will be there in the comments. Like, not many people comment nice things, but if they have something negative to say, they are 100% willing to comment. And if they think that you've copied someone, then they're going to come at you. So keeping content original is difficult, like we said, because of the amount of people that are already out there. Like, you see on community channels like Trolloc, like how creative some people are with their ideas to keep their content original is just incredible. So
you kind of have to be too, because, you know, nobody's going to want to watch the same thing that they've already seen.
Exactly. And then also when there are people like KYR Speedy, who when they do GTA 5, and Vanos when they do GTA 5, and it is hilarious, it is so hard to compete with those people. Like, you would have to be incredible for someone to say, no, I'm not going to watch those guys, I'm going to watch this guy, because it's funnier. That's hard, because the chemistry, like some people have,
for sure,
it just makes the content a million times better. Like you say as well, gaining subscribers is incredibly difficult, because it's been going for that long and there's that many. People already have their dedicated audiences. Like, if you look at competitive Call of Duty, for example, I don't know if you follow it, but Optic Gaming just absolutely like dominates it, and people are already that set in supporting Optic Gaming that everyone else can't really get those supporters. And it's exactly the same on YouTube. The big guys have their audience, and their audience is satisfied watching them. So for you to then get some of their subscribers to watch you instead is really hard. You have to make really good videos. So those are probably your two biggest challenges.
Yeah, and do you have any advice for future YouTubers at all? Or people who are just trying to start up?
Yeah, my main thing would be just enjoy it. Don't, if it ever feels to you like it's becoming a chore, like, oh crap, I've got to edit a video, or oh, I need to go record some stuff, you probably just shouldn't be doing it, because if you're not enjoying it, there is no point. It should be something that you enjoy doing, that you love doing. I look forward to getting a video out. Like, I've got a video that I've got to upload tomorrow, and it's like, it's so tempting to just upload it now, because you just want people to see it. If you're not enjoying it and you don't have that that sort of motivation to do it, you just probably shouldn't be. So just enjoy it, love what you do, otherwise it comes off in your content. If you're not enjoying it, people will see that. So
it's a great line. I really liked hearing that, actually. So we've talked about how your girlfriend got you the capture card.
Yeah.
How does the rest of your family and your friends feel about you making videos? Who are your biggest YouTube supporters?
Not my parents. They don't take it seriously at all. Like, I was speaking to my dad on the phone yesterday, and I was like, right, Dad, I gotta go, I'm doing some important Xbox shit. And he laughed. I was like, no, for real. Like, I need to do it. And he just doesn't take it seriously at all. He's always hated gaming. He was always working on cars, and he was like, come work with me on this car. I was like, no, I've got some Nazis to kill on Call of Duty. So he doesn't like it. I don't think my mum shows any interest at all. But my girlfriend is supportive as much as she can be, but at the same time she kind of doesn't like that I'm playing Xbox as much as I am, but she still does her best to be supportive. Probably the biggest supporter I have would probably be my little brother. He loves my videos. He loves that I do it. He's always telling his friends at school, and he enjoys it a lot. He's actually been in a few videos and he loved it. So I'd say he's probably the biggest supporter I have from a family standpoint.
Very nice.
All right, what is your favorite and best moment that you'd say that you have on YouTube right now?
It's difficult to say. My favorite moment, it's really difficult to say. There are so many. It's just playing with the group of friends that I've recently been picked up by. It's like any time I'm playing with them, I know that it's going to be fun. But it would probably be when they kind of took me under their wing. That's probably the highlight so far, is when these guys, who all have more subscribers than me, who are all bigger than me, basically like took me in. Like, that was a good feeling, because I like had nothing to offer them in terms of subscribers because they had already like surpassed me so much, but they still wanted me to be part of their group. At that point, I knew I was doing something right for that to happen. So that's probably my favorite moment, because at that point I knew I was doing something well.
And what moment are you most proud of, or would that just still be the same thing?
That'd be pretty much. It'd be pretty much the same thing at that point. Yeah, I was also pretty proud the first time I got recognized in game. That was a good feeling. That was a little bit carried away with that. Cool. Yeah, I just joined this game and this kid started freaking out. I was like, no, you must have the wrong guy for you to recognize me. Because at that point I only had like 600 subs. And he was like, no, dude, no, it's you. And he started playing my intro music down the headset. I was like, oh, okay, that is me. Yeah, so that was probably a good moment too.
All right. Is there anything you'd like to say to your subscribers?
Just thank you. Some of them are so extremely supportive that it's sort of what the people who don't like what I do say, the people who don't enjoy my videos, it's just blown into the water by how supportive some people are. It just doesn't matter, because some of them they're so passionate about it, and it makes me feel good, and I just want them to know that even when progress is slow, I'm not going to stop. I love doing it. I'm enthusiastic about it. I enjoy doing it, so I'm gonna keep going regardless of how fast or how slow it goes. So just thank you to the guys that have supported me so far. It means a lot.
It's great to hear that you have that attitude about it. I know some people can get bogged down by the negative comments, but I'm glad to hear that you have that kind of support.
The best way to do it when people are sort of getting you down like that, just let it motivate you. Just say, well, these guys are talking crap. I'm going to be successful because you don't want me to be. That's the absolute best way you can look at it, and that's what's got me through it so far. So
that's good. All right, so we have a couple more less serious questions.
Okay.
Where did you get your channel thumbnail?
I made it on Photoshop. I just whipped it up real quick. It didn't take too long. It's ridiculously simple.
Yeah.
But I just whipped that bad boy up on Photoshop.
So, how much time do you take to edit your videos usually?
It depends. If it's going to be like a trolling one that I recently did. I did one where I did bad impressions, intentionally bad impressions. For that, you need to like subtitle every time like someone's speaking. You need to add pictures in, stuff like that. Add your intro, your outro, stuff like that. Those can take, depending on the quality you want, if you really want to really go for it, it can take a few hours. But if I'm doing like a GTA 5 funny moments, all you got to do really is just put the clips together and add your intro and your outro, and those ones can take anything, just like, it'll still be a few hours, but nowhere near as long as the more in-depth editing. So it really depends on what you're doing.
All right. How long does it usually take to get footage for your videos?
Doing what I do, where it's completely reliant on the people I meet in-game, it can take anything between like an hour to, it can take days. Like there was the first time I recorded anything that involved me like directly interacting with people, I went in one lobby and I got great reactions. I went in like 2 or 3 lobbies after that, and everyone was just so easy to piss off. I got footage so fast. But then there are other days where I've recorded all day non-stop and just get nothing worth using. But then, like, if you're going to do a commentary, then you can literally turn your Xbox on, play a game, speak for 15 minutes, and then that's that done. So it completely depends on what you're doing.
For sure.
Yeah, all right. Are there any problems that you've had with recording or funny mishaps?
There've been a few times where just really easy mistakes if you're just not on the ball, where you think you're recording and then you look over and you just haven't recorded anything. That happens more than I'd like to admit. There are a few really frustrating times where something hilarious has happened and you're just not set up to record at all. Like, I'll just go jam for a bit. And then, like, yesterday, this guy was just going crazy at me. Like, it was so funny as well, because the entire lobby was just like, dude, you're an idiot. And he was still trying to talk shit. And it's like, I didn't record it because I didn't feel like it. And now I regret it so bad. So now I just record every time I'm on, just to not miss it. But that definitely happens. You just miss good footage just because you don't record or you accidentally don't record.
So these next two questions are probably not going to be super relevant to you. Do you have any current video series, long-running series of related videos?
I do my funny moments, and I put them in numeric order, but there isn't an exact link from one episode to another. It's just like some footage where funny shit happens, and then the next episode it's the same thing. But there's not like exact correlation between all of them. There are some previously that I've done that have sort of just faded into the distance just because they stopped being fun or they weren't getting views. So there are some that have died off, but I'm starting some more up now as far as like my trolling videos go. I'm gonna be doing those a lot more. So they're starting up, but I haven't got any real series as of yet.
All right.
Do you have any cool video ideas that we can steal?
Not that you can steal. Shoot. No, there are there are some good ones coming up. But like I say, because it's that hard to think of original content, the ones I do think of, I keep my cards very close to my chest there. So.
All right. So you just put out a video a few days ago about your having joined Regret Gaming Network. Did I get that right?
Yep, that's right. That's right. Regret Gaming. Yeah.
All right. So tell us more about that.
Well, basically, it's a gaming organization. They have like a competitive team, and they saw, I think it's Refuser they got directly in contact with. He's a much bigger YouTube than me. He's got like 18k subs. He's quite successful.
Okay.
And they got in touch with him to start like a YouTube group up, just people to upload videos, and sort of like just help each other out. And he got in contact with some of his friends, Beats and Vocals, Holy Duck Fudge, who were both very good friends of mine. And they'd said to him, they was like, look, you need to get Chubby Gamer in this. And so he got in contact with me, and it's just gone from there. So we're going to be working with those to get some cool videos out. So it's still fresh right now, but there's a lot more good stuff to come from that just yet.
That's very cool. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today. This has been
fun.
It's
been a pleasure. Yeah, it's been good.
You are a cool guy, I'll tell you that.
Thank you very much. You too.
Just one quick thing. Do you mind? Because I have a few other questions here that didn't really make the cut. So would you mind if we did just a quick lightning round? It's professionally called, I believe.
Yeah, that's the technical
But basically, I just have a bunch of questions that have absolutely nothing to do with YouTube or anything along that nature. Really, it's just a bunch of silly questions that you answer as fast as possible.
As fast as possible?
Oh my god. As fast as possible.
You're going to try and catch me out like halfway through? There's going to be like a really embarrassing question. I'm just going to let it slip. Is that what this is?
Kind of.
Right.
It goes along those lines. All right. Okay. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Do you have a tattoo?
No.
What tattoo would you want?
My daughter's name.
Favorite song?
Bottom of the Bottle by Nickelback.
Do you have any idols?
Optic Nadeshot, I suppose. It's a sad answer, but yeah, he's a cool guy.
Do you have a favorite stereotype?
Not really. I don't really believe in stereotypes.
You don't? Why not?
I think they lead to a lot of bullying and negativity towards certain people who don't want to fall into stereotypes, and I think they can be the cause of misguided hatred. So,
all right. Is there a famous person you would like to meet?
Eminem.
If you could move to a different country, where would it be?
America.
Why is that?
Because it's a lot more diverse than England. England is extremely tedious.
All right. Whose fries do you like better, Burger King's or McDonald's?
Burger King.
What's your favorite Burger King menu item?
Bacon double cheeseburger XL.
All right. Do you have a favorite YouTube video?
What, of my own or someone else's?
Anybody's.
It'd probably be one that Philip DeFranco did, where he spoke about people like giving him shit for doing YouTube, and he kind of just roasts everybody. That's probably my favorite.
Do you have a favorite celebrity that you like to make fun of?
That I like to make fun of. Not really. No, I try to avoid that.
All right. Well, that's all I have written down and more. So, all right.
I tell you what, you are a hell of an admirable fellow.
Thank you. I tried to set a good example for my daughter now. I've sort of matured a lot these past few months since she's been born, so.
That's great.
Kind of a wake-up call.
Yeah.
Well, good for you. We wish you the best of luck in your channel, and we look forward to seeing it grow even more.
Yeah, you too. You too. I wish you the best of luck with yours as well. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you, and have a wonderful day.